What's up, guys? Darcizzle and Puddin' coming at you from our flats boat right here, fishing very close to the beach. And if you're new to the channel, we are Florida Fishing Couple, or the Florida Fishing Couple.
The Florida Fishing Couple? That's pretty good.
Yeah, there were some comments in the last video that made me laugh, so if you read them, you get it. Anyhow, we're out here trying to catch some fish, and we're exploring new holes and new spots.
Yeah, searching for some, just trying to get some more knowledge about spots. You got to keep trying different spots. And we're actually right now off Jupiter Island, which is one of the most exclusive zip codes in the country, I think. Tiger Woods lives here.
Yeah.
A bunch of other famous people. And we first went up in the Indian River looking for a Tripletail, but Darcy didn't like the water temperature, so we're just telling her what we're doing. She likes it over 70. It was 67. And then we came out on the beach looking for pompano, and she's actually caught a croaker and a couple snappers and the ladyfish and a blue runner so far.
Yeah.
So we've actually been bending the rod, just nothing crazy. And it's actually Spanish mac season right now. And about 50 yards in front of us, there's a huge school of Spanish mac. If you saw that last video, we destroyed them.
Rush.
So get out on the east coast of Florida right now, southeast coast, central, and destroy those Spanish mac with your family. We just did a whole video on it. You will have a great time.
And that's what I'm fishing right now. Just your typical goofy rig is what they call it down here in our
Goofy
area.
jig.
Goofy jig. And this is Captain Paul's special goofy jig that can be found at Snook Nook, locally in Stuart, Florida, or Jensen Beach.
All right. We're just waiting for the inshore tide to start outgoing. We're going to go out there and try some bridges and holes. What happened? Casted it off?
Right off.
Casted it right off. That happens to even the biggest googans in town.
Oh my God. I mean, honestly, tied that uni knot, and it broke. Half my, look, half my line is still there. My mono.
Yeah, you got to tell you always test your knots.
I did.
Even if you fish every day, sometimes you're going to mess up a knot once in a while. But wow,
is still attached.
Anyway, we like the outgoing tide. That's going to start up in about half an hour, so we're going to go inshore and hit that.
All right, look at that. We blowing up. That's a checkered puffer fish. They come in the water this time of year in our inshore waterways. Look at it. He's getting really big now. Puffing himself up. This is excellent to eat. We've actually eaten them in the past, and it's literally like chicken of the sea. Like, they look like little chicken wings. And that's an edible, nice size one. I'm gonna stick them in the live well.
No, but hold on. I
They're
think
very
in this
poisonous.
county, you're not allowed to keep them.
Really?
Yeah, because they're poisonous. I think where we are, you're allowed to, but here you're not.
Okay.
We'll check. I mean, just going back in case you get more, but.
Yeah, let them.
Yes, we came up here to this bridge, and the tide is just starting to change, and I drove around first, checked the Lowrance, and found a nice a hole. So right now, we're just kind of waiting for the tide to get moving. I caught a monkfish, and she just caught that puffer fish, so, I mean, it's definitely some kind of fish here.
Stuff going on. We just gotta wait for a little bit of moving water, and that'll happen. Hello. Thank you very much.
Got some
Thank
fans?
you for watching. Yeah, we got a fan saying hello.
He's taking a picture, I'm taking a picture of him.
Yes. Awesome. You're in our video. Okay.
Thanks. And we're not catching anything big, but I swear, like almost every time you reel up the pole, it's a different species. Got bitten off by Spanish. We caught ladyfish, jacks, monkfish, pufferfish, catfish, dogs. I caught a dog snapper, mutton snapper. See the jig? I'm using a jig and a shrimp. Jig and shrimp. Still thinks she's getting a bite. I doubt it. Came over to the spot where it looks like the current's going. Where it looks like where the current's going. Even if we don't catch a fish here, this is approximately where I caught that jack. And I noticed earlier there was a guy here, and then we came over here, and now another guy anchoring here. And so this seems to be some sort of fishing spot. So at least it's the spot we're gonna be able to come back to later if it's not productive today. So that's really what it's all about. You gotta assemble enough spots. If you have 20 good spots, just hit all those spots, you'll be like a charter guy and you'll just catch fish all the time. That's all they do.
Yeah.
They have 100, depends on how many spots they have, but they have a bunch of spots, they just go to spot.
Correct.
And Sizzle's hooked up. She put a heavier jig on. I don't know if it mattered or not, but we're just freelining these shrimp.
All right, another jack. You can see right here, river jack, because he's so yellow. But I'm honestly just gonna let this dude go for good luck. And every fish so far that's back here in the river are puking up these little glass minnows. So that's what they're dialed in on. So that tries to tell you what to use. So like Brian might use a bucktail jig that size to mimic a glass minnow.
Nice. Show them what the rag I caught.
Yep, and this is what Brian caught
Don't make a mess of it.
on his live shrimp that's still kicking. an awesome fishing rag. So we are cleaning up the ocean too. We can't use the rag. And then we also caught rocks, oysters. Cool that we're catching all these species, but Brian wants to move. There's nothing like really exciting here. He said we haven't caught a real fish. I don't know what he would consider a real fish.
Something I could eat.
But this is also a black drum spot, so there's other areas right around these railroad bridges that we can fish. So keep on keeping on. We give every spot about 15 minutes.
I'll tell you the trick with the glass minnows. We don't have any right now, but like, how do you catch a fish when they're all eating these little teeny baby like glass minnows? You catch them up in your net or whatever, and you get like you thread up through the eye as many as you can on a circle hook. Like just fill the whole thing up, and you cast it out. Circle hook full of glass minnows through the head, and you catch the fish. There you go. True story.
Every time.
True story.
Works every time.
Works every time, half the time.
All right. We just drifted through this entire bridge. What bridge is this, Brian?
The Roosevelt Bridge, I believe.
Roosevelt.
Let's do a train bridge.
And this is just fighting me really weird. I have no idea what it is. Now, I was just kind of drifting back a bait while we were using the trolling motor, and I hooked up. Now, I like to keep the bail wide open. Wait, I gotta go forward.
Probably catfish.
Turning around on me, turning around on me.
I think it's a catfish.
Oh, nice moonfish.
Oh, a moon. There we go. Can you stay in front of the camera?
Oh, I thought you moved it back here. Sorry. Cool. We got a moonfish, also known as a look-down fish. Hold on a second.
Pudding is googling it up, Horace.
Okay,
Hold on
there
a
you go.
second.
All right, so this is a delicious fish to eat. We have crushed these fish in the past. They make an excellent fish sandwich, quite tasty. And I just love their skin. They're just so cool looking. So another species for us today. That's not too bad, really. I mean, like, we should be blessed that we're catching all these these awesome fish, but none of them are like just a big fish that we might be looking for. But either way, we are catching fish. That's what counts.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw them in the live well.
All right, guys, we're fishing this shoal before the Roosevelt Bridge. If you know the shoal, if you're from Stewart, you know the shoal. It's on this bend in the thing, in the river, in the channel. Of course, Puddin's hit it pretty hard at least once. And in the interest of one of today's themes of finding new spots and searching for things to fish, and I'm teaching you guys, or showing you guys what we think, like, not saying we know anything, we're just trying stuff.
Yeah.
But you can see this corner here. Let's look out of it. Right here. See this corner, and you can see over here, this entire waterway is going outgoing tide right around this corner. So if I was a fish, plus there's like a bar here. Okay, there's like it goes from like 20 feet to 6 foot here. So you can see all this rough water going over the bar. So you would think to be a fish here. Oh, my thing is not holding.
Yeah, I just clicked it.
Okay. All right, so we're drifting back. Anyways, we got the trolling motor working. So again, all this water going around this corner. So I don't think there's gonna be anything here, but it's what we're gonna look for, and this is what we're gonna try. All right, we changed tacks a little bit. Darcy's hooked up on something, probably a catfish, but we don't know.
I have no idea what this is. It's feeling really weird.
A lot of current right here, so we'll see. Probably a catfish, but.
Ooh, it's a tripletail.
What?
It's a tripletail.
Oh my God.
Short tripletail. Wow. They did catch him up. Oh, it just fell out of his mouth.
All right, if it was a size, it was a rare one, we would have used the net.
Yes. Yeah, I was just gonna flip them and get rid of them real quick, but that was an excellent sign. All right, let's get a line right back out. Did you see where I cast it to?
Behind it.
Right behind it.
Yeah, like I was telling you before, the river water up in the Indian River was it was 67, so Darcy didn't like it. So now we're in another area, and temperature is 70, and Darcy just caught tripletail.
Pretty cool. Did not expect that at all.
I told her we could try these poles for tripletail and see what happens, and we weren't really expecting much because we never did it here. But this is why we're searching new areas. So now we know there's tripletail here.
All right, we're hitting every single pole now.
Yeah, now Darcy's on fire.
Let's go.
Now Darcy, what do you think the difference was between before and this tripletail you just caught?
I have no idea.
You don't think? Nothing's changed at all. There's been no change.
Outgoing tide?
It's been outgoing tide since 9:30 a.m. Nothing changed.
Oh.
Oh!
Now I got it. Now I got it.
It's the lucky bikini.
I was like, I did not get that.
It's the lucky bikini.
It must be. It has to be. It has to be. Now I just got to get a keeper.
Oh, I already have a keeper. Huzzah!
You're winning, not me.
Let me tell you guys, you need a girlfriend from Florida. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, get up front so you get up closer to the pole.
Yeah, I kind of like fishing back here, but okay. Well.
We have a renewed interest in fishing all of a sudden. We were kind of in the doldrums before. All right, chipping away at it, another pylon. Darcy likes this pole so much that that's what she said, that she's she's getting the net out. Very overconfident. Very overconfident. Get that net out for me. While you get that net, I'm going to be fishing.
Woo!
Woo!
Look at that thing.
Nice.
All right, that is quite tasty.
That's dinner.
That looks like a redfish, but it's not. It's croaker, a really big croaker. Woo! And he is making all kinds of noise right now. Member of the drum family, but that's a nice, nice fish. That's dinner. Super, super tasty fish.
Lucky bikini catches me dinner.
Lucky bikini.
All right, so we're still trying to find these pylons, poles. So here's a nice one we just found.
Another one. Oh, we're gonna load up on croakers right now, baby. Woo!
Nice.
Croaker hole. Croakers like to hang out next to pilings too. That's another nice one. There's no size limit to croakers. A croaker bite is really weird, and I've caught a few of them over the years, but these larger ones at least, because the current's going this way, the line just kind of gets heavy, and I know there's a fish on there, and they kind of like crush it. Oop. Now I'm gonna fish 2 rods. Oh yeah, he's got one. He's got one. Yeah, so they eat it like really weird, and then you have to just let them have it. Don't try to set the hook on them real quick. This actually feels nicer. Oh, that's a big one, man. Nice job, Brian. Big bait, big fish. And I'm wrapped on my line. That's a big one. Woo! Oh, I'm so tickled. All right, 1 second.
Yeah, let's hear him. Okay, so as Darcy was explaining, one way to catch a croaker is to go through the special motion of putting the shrimp on your hook and feeling it bites and then waiting for it to swallow, or just throw a shrimp out there and pick up the camera and film a pretty girl. That works just the same. And actually catch bigger croakers like that. Is that correct, Darcizzle?
That's kind of correct.
That's correct. No, they're just croakers, dudes. No big deal. All right, I think I'm hooked up.
Nice croaker. Come on, that
God.
Thanks, Brian.
These things do fight a little bit.
Nice one, Brian. Woo!
Nice. Jeez, you know. You see that rod bend over? I'll tell you, we use I know I keep on talking about them, but Akuma, what are they? Akuma SRT Insure Elite. She's sponsored by Akuma, but I'll tell you, you know, most rods in a certain price point from major manufacturer are going to be more or less the same quality, and you got to make sure that you get them rated for the correct lure that you're throwing. That's the important thing, okay? If you're throwing a tiny jig head like this, okay, you got to have it rated for 1/8 or whatever to 3/8 or something like that, and get the length you want, 7 or 7/6 or whatever it is, and you're just gonna have a good time, just like I just did on that. And again, we love that Akuma SRT Insure Elite, but get the thing rated right, and you're gonna have a good time even catching these croakers, man. Only thing you can do is mess it up.
Let him eat it. Literally just letting him eat it and feeling the line going heavier and heavier. It's really heavy now. And I'm just gonna set. I didn't let him eat it.
High level.
It's
the highest level.
Because they crush it just like a red drum would.
Crush it, huh?
This is literally crushed.
That's crushed.
Good job, baby.
That's a big one.
No.
Is it off?
It was a croaker.
Oh, and guess who's hooked up doing nothing again?
You're making me grab other rods and not fish. Your
What?
fault.
What time you grab the
Your
rod?
fault. Your fault. Control your fish.
You seeing this? This is fun.
Woo! Oh my God, Brian!
That's a redfish.
Holy smokes!
The more is less, guys.
Look
More is
at
less.
that. Sick.
That is a monstrous croaker. I mean,
That is
honestly,
sick.
that's almost a keeper redfish.
That is sick. That's like, woo! Did you guys just hear a towboat?
I'm not sure if they're hugging me by the fish or the lucky bikini.
One of the two.
17 inches on that croaker. 18 inches is to keep a redfish. Get him, Zilla, get him.
I put the drag light.
It is a 6,000K Stella.
No, because like the last fish dropped it when he felt the drag. Brian's catching all the monsters. That might be the smallest. It's still a big croaker.
It's still big for a croaker.
Yeah, can't complain about that. Man, we are crushing fish right now. It's fish after fish.
And this is a brand new spot we've never fished before in our lives.
That's a good point.
You see that? You get a couple of these spots. Every time you go out, you hit your normal spots, try a couple new spots, and you get more spots.
Back at the house, guys, we got a couple of the largest croakers we caught right here on the table. I'm really excited to have these. It's been quite a while since we've devoured some delicious croakers. This is the biggest one that Brian got on that back rod that Rodney caught, I guess you could say. But let's just dive right into this. We're gonna be using my Darcizzle fillet knife today, starting with a 6-inch. And these guys have scales on them. So they're gonna be a little tougher to fillet, but I like to make a cut right in there. And then we're just gonna cut all the way up into his head. Go right down there, and then we're just gonna go down his backbone. You can see all those scales getting stuck on my blade there. And then through the tail. And then we're just gonna slab off this meat and wait till you guys see it. It's gonna look amazing. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure George Pomeromo, if you guys follow fishing and anything, this is one of his favorite fish to eat. I'm pretty confident. Look at that. Looks amazing. And then all we're gonna do is skin it because we like to skin our fish. We don't do a lot of, look at that, stuck right on the blade. Just really tough scales. And that is what is gonna dull your blade over time. So you always make sure you sharpen it, skin it all the way down. This is pretty easy to skin because they got tough skin on the outside. It's hard to cut through. And that's all, that's it, that's all set. Just a little bit of bones in the middle there. And this is ready to eat. I'm excited. I'm gonna finish up a couple of these guys and then we're gonna meet you in the house for the cook away pudding portion of this video.
Another great job filleting those croakers, Darcizzle, and welcome guys to another edition of Cooking with Pudding. So I don't have my hat on. Today we're just doing some nice sandwiches for lunch. Broad freaking daylight outside, it's lunchtime, so and these are croakers. So it's one of our favorite things to do. Let's rock and roll. I got everything all prepared. Oh, and we're having a side of crab claws. How's that? How's that for living, guys? Following our dreams, right? All right, so I've toasted some bread. You can make a sandwich whatever you want, of course. A couple of favorite things we like to put on here is either the tartar sauce or this remoulade sauce. Darcy mentioned Captain Poveromo before, and Paul, a fellow we fish with, and he's sponsored by Bass Pro and Penn and all this stuff. He hangs around with Poveromo, and Poveromo loves this croaker sandwich with this remoulade sauce on there. So I got that, little cheese, bada bing, bada boom, nice and simple. Got some fish here, look at this. This is just in the pan, 1 or 2 minutes on each side. I just put butter in there, but you can do oil, whatever you want. Keeping it simple, right? It's a sandwich, you can do whatever you want. Boom. Lettuce, you can put tomato on there, onion, I don't know, whatever you like. All right, Darcy's gonna make her sandwich. We'll do the taste test for you, let's go. All right, Darcy has created her masterpiece.
Big mess.
She put big slobs of butter on there too.
I did.
Tartar sauce. You can't go wrong. This fish is really mild.
Ooh, looks so good.
Yeah. You can bake it, grill it. You can leave the skin on a half shell with, you know, like you would a redfish.
Yes.
Anything you want.
Yes. All right, I'm just doing it.
Just do it. That's what she said. Tastes like a fish sandwich.
Amazing.
You know, if you breaded it and fried it, that, you know, it'd be more calories to fat pudding, but you can do it too, whatever. So good.
Tasty, healthy lunch. Can't complain about that. Amazing. You guys gotta try this and go out there and catch them on your own. I think they're everywhere in Florida. Anywhere else, I don't know.
Right.
But yeah. That's about it, guys. Thanks for joining us on today's adventure. Stay tuned for a lot of awesome content headed your way. Until our next adventure, follow your dreams and keep on catching. Back to editing. That's why we're not having land sharks.
What's the middle of the day? You drunk?
We're working. We're working. We're gonna eat this and then have delicious crab claws.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty spoiled.